Hey there, welcome back to the official Thompson Resume Writing Company YouTube channel. I am Tamika Thompson. I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company, and for this video I'm going to be giving you some simple step-by-step tips on how to update your resume for 2023. So if you've decided either at the end of 2022 or at the very beginning of this year that you need a new job for whatever reason, maybe you took a little bit of a career hiatus and you're ready to jump back into the workforce, or maybe you've decided that you need to make more money or you're ready to take the next step in your career. Whatever the reason, you need an updated resume before you officially begin your job search. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I preach the importance of this all the time, how sometimes people will automatically decide that they're ready to search for a new job, but then they go to their computer and they realize that their resume hasn't been touched in 3 years, 2 years, 6 months or longer, and that it's missing a lot of stuff in order for them to get started. So without further ado, here are some simple steps on how to update your resume this year. Let's get right into it. First on this list are any missing positions or any missing roles that you've held, but you did not add them to your resume. Now, this can include if you were promoted or if you exited one company and you started a new role at a completely new company. I see people make this mistake a lot where they will accept a new position, they'll accept a new role, whether externally or internally, and they do not go back to their resume and add it, thus making their resume immediately outdated. And then they won't update it at all again until they begin searching for a new job. So ideally, every single time that you start a new position, you want to make sure that you add that position to your resume. Be sure to include your position title, the name of the company, as well as the city and the state, whether the position was remote or not, and also the year and the month that you started. And don't forget to make sure that each job has at least 3 to 5 or 5 to 7 bullet points. And I did record a video going more in depth on this if you need assistance on writing or constructing your bullet points for your jobs listed. Next on this list is any education that you received but that you didn't add to your resume. So if you graduated last year, if you completed a certificate or a training last year, if you got a license last year and you did not add it to your resume, now is the time to do that. Go ahead and make sure that you put that Bachelor of Arts or that Bachelor of Science or that MBA or that PhD on your resume because that's important. Education is a big determining factor when it comes to jobs. Oftentimes, it's one of the main qualifications that employers are looking for. So if you have that degree, if you have that license, you have that certificate, and it's going to make a big difference in you being able to get the salary that you want or really be an eligible candidate for the role, you absolutely want to put it on there. And who the heck is going to go through all of that schooling and all of that time just to not have it listed on their resume? Nobody. So make sure that you add it to your resume. Next on this list is to add any skills that you have accumulated or acquired since the last time you updated your resume or since last year in general. And I'm not talking fluff skills or filler skills such as dependable, reliable, dynamic, change agent. None of those buzzwords, right? I'm talking industry specific skills. I'm talking hard skills, and I'm talking software and program skills. So let's say all last year you became like a beast at Salesforce or at SharePoint or at Microsoft Office overall. Maybe you got really deep into project management and now you are the project management queen and you know Asana and Trello and Jira and all the different programs that are associated with project management. Maybe you learned how to manage a budget. Maybe you learned how to manage a team. Those are the type of skills that I'm talking of. So empty words and filler words such as the ones that I mentioned, like reliable, dynamic, those aren't necessarily skills. Those are more so traits. And in general, when it comes to your job, those are skills and characteristics that you should have naturally. Think skills that are related to what it is that you are going to be doing on a daily basis as it relates to your position. I'll use myself as an example. I am in marketing, and so as a result, I do a lot of campaign management, program management, content production, content management, things like that. So think of the skills that are relative to your industry. Think of the skills that you have learned over the past year that are related to the jobs that you'll be looking for. Next on this list is to update your contact information. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot believe how many people send me their resume either for critique or review, or they are a potential client, and I take a look at their resume and I see that their phone number is outdated, that their email address is incorrect, and things like that. Contact information is important. It is the way that a recruiter or a potential employer is going to reach out for you to get this bag. So like, duh, the contact information needs to be on point. So if your phone number has changed, if the phone number that is listed on your existing resume is now different from the current one that you use, of course you'll want to go ahead and update it and add the new one. Same for email. So let's say you created a new email account and you'll be checking that one more frequently, more often, and you're kind of ditching your old one, then of course you'll want to put the one that you use the most, your email, on your current resume. Also, did you change cities? Did you change states? You'll need to include that on your resume as well. It's important to note that you don't need to include your full address on your resume, not anymore. So you don't need the street address, the number, none of that, but you do still need the city and the state. So if you relocated last year and you relocated from Chicago to Florida, you'll need to include the new city and the new state where you reside on your resume. Next on this list are any accomplishments that you received or any recognition that you received from the last time that you updated your resume. So let's say in your current position, you've been there for 4 years and your current position is missing, in addition to the, salesperson of the year that you won for 2018. You'll want to add that on there. If there's any type of kudos that you received from either your team members or your boss in your performance reviews, you'll definitely want to add that in there as well. Badges or honors that you've won at work. So maybe the company has maybe four or five values, core values, and each time you demonstrate one or you get recognized by one, you get some sort of a medal or a certificate or some sort of recognition or honor. You'll want to put that on your resume as well. Also, any impact that you've had on your job within the past year or since the last time that you updated your resume. So if last year you were in charge of a major multi-million-dollar project that saved the company 3%, in spending or something like that, just riffing off the top of my head, then of course that's something that you'll want to add to your resume. So when it comes to accomplishments, any awards, any recognition, any kudos, and any major impact that you've had in your role within the past year, as far as 2022 or just since the last time that you updated your resume. And if you're having trouble trying to figure out what those accomplishments are, if you've been at your position for a really long time and your mind can't, backtrack all of that time to try to figure out, well, what did I accomplish and what awards did I receive? I can't remember, it's been too long. Then you are more than welcome to either ask your manager or your direct boss or dig into any type of employee systems to get that information. Last on this list is any professional organizations or memberships that you have joined. So maybe you pledged a sorority or fraternity in 2022, and maybe you hold some sort of a position on the board or in your chapter. And when I say things like that, I'm thinking maybe Greek organizations. So if you pledge Delta, if you pledge Kappa or something like that, add it to your resume. Also, any just industry specific organizations. So for HR, I know that there's SHRM. For marketing, we have American Marketing Association. Maybe you join Project Managers of America or the International Association for Scientists and Engineers, or whatever the case is. If you joined any type of organizations, you'll want to add that to your resume, especially if your membership is current. You'll want to create a section for these memberships and include the name of the organization, when you joined, and if you are currently a member. And that's it. That is all you need to update on your resume. If you have not touched your resume in quite some time, those are some simple steps on how to get it updated in 2023 for you to start job searching and landing new opportunities, go after new opportunities, and all of that jazz. I hope that this video made you see how simple and how easy it is to update your resume. I know sometimes, especially if you haven't touched your resume in a while, looking at the document, you may be like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to start. So hopefully this video made it super 1, 2, 3 easy peasy for you. If you need assistance with your resume for the new year, if you'd rather just hire a resume writer to do it because it's so much easier and maybe you don't have the time, feel free to reach out to me. I am accepting new clients for 2023. My email address is hello@thompsonresumes.com. You can also visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. Also, if you want more resume tips and more resume advice, feel free to subscribe to my email newsletter. The link is in the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram @_Mika Thompson and connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile name is Tamika Thompson. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If so, feel free to go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the like button. If there's anything that I missed, or if you want to express how this video was so helpful for you, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And I will see you guys next time with another helpful video. Bye, you guys.